Welcome to this explainer. Look, we're diving straight in today because we are about to completely change how you use artificial intelligence. Right now, I want you to step into the shoes of a lead detective. We're moving way past the days of just passively accepting whatever answers a chatbot feeds us. Instead, we're going to learn how to actively, and maybe even a little aggressively, interrogate AI to get to the actual truth. We're mastering what's called the Inquisition Method for AI fact-checking.
So you've probably typed this exact phrase into ChatGPT at some point, right? Is this news true? It seems totally innocent. It's usually what people do when they see something shocking pop up on their timeline. But this is exactly what we call the lazy prompt trap. Throwing a super simple, passive question like this at an AI does not get you high-level research. It's a recipe for lazy and, honestly, kind of dangerous answers.
Just look at the difference here. A simple "is this true" gets you the super generic surface-level response. But when you feed it a detailed investigative prompt, boom, you get a meticulous breakdown with actual citations. It proves a golden rule of modern tech. An AI is literally only as smart as the exact instructions you give it.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the lazy prompt trap, then the Inquisition Method, the 3 essential prompt components, chain of thought prompting, and finally, why you are the editor. Let's get to it. Section 1. The Lazy Prompt Trap.
This right here is the absolute golden rule of AI. Prompting determines output quality. Sure, ChatGPT can crunch mind-boggling amounts of data in a half a second, but here's the catch. All that processing power relies entirely on you. The quality of the output rests solely on the quality of your prompt. If you put garbage instructions in, you're going to get garbage information out.
Let's make this real with an example. Imagine a viral claim blowing up online, saying the Electoral Commission just abruptly changed an election date. If you go with a weak passive prompt like, "Is this true?" well, you're leaving way too much room for the AI to just take a wild guess. It might summarize some unverified rumors, and it definitely won't give you a rock-solid, fact-checked conclusion.
Which brings us to Section 2, the Inquisition Method. So, what actually is the Inquisition Method? Basically, it's instructing an AI to actively investigate, instead of just asking if something is true. Notice the shift in the verbs there? We're moving from just casually asking questions to straight-up giving commands. You don't want the machine's opinion. You are commanding the machine to run a rigorous audit.
Listen to the actual language you use in an Inquisition prompt. Assume this claim is a sophisticated lie. Interrogate the logic of this statement, look for factual inconsistencies, and provide 3 primary sources that prove or debunk it. I mean, that's aggressive, right? You're playing hardball. By telling it to assume the claim is a lie, you force the AI to play devil's advocate and aggressively hunt for flaws.
Moving on to Section 3, the 3 essential prompt components.
To make this work, there's a very specific blueprint. From now on, every single successful high-level prompt you write has to have exactly 3 non-negotiable elements. Miss even one of these and your results are going to fall flat. Here's the breakdown. First up, context. You've got to tell the AI what role it's playing and the background of the issue. Second, instruction. This is the exact task like that aggressive interrogate the logic command we just talked about. And third, the expected output format. You absolutely have to tell it exactly how to present the data back to you. A bulleted list, a primary source breakdown, whatever. These 3 components lock the AI into giving you precise, usable intelligence.
All right, Section 4, chain of thought prompting.
Okay, we really need to address the elephant in the room here. AI hallucinations. This is when an AI just completely makes up a false fact. And honestly, it's kind of funny, but mostly terrifying, just how much supreme, misplaced confidence the AI has when it's lying to your face. It'll state absolute nonsense with the authority of a tenured professor. To stop this, we have to force it to show its work, almost like a math teacher grading a tough equation.
And here is your magic phrase. Explain your reasoning step by step before giving me your final answer. Seriously, copy and paste this exact chain of thought wording into your prompts. When you make it explain how it got from point A to point B, you force its internal gears to turn methodically. That drastically cuts down its ability to confidently invent fake facts.
Think of it like building a safety net. Step 1, the AI breaks down its logic right there for you. Step 2, your fact-check transparency shoots way up because you can actually see the exact path it took. Which leads to Step 3, you verify the process. Because you can literally see the logic, it's infinitely easier for you, acting as the investigator, to step in and see if the AI's math actually checks out with reality.
And finally, Section 5, you are the editor. Here is the absolute most crucial takeaway. The AI is your research assistant, not your editor. You dictate the exact terms of the investigation. The machine does not have the final say, you do. You use the Inquisition method to command it, you use those 3 essential components to structure it, and you use chain of thought to verify it. But at the end of the day, you are the one with ultimate editorial control.
Which leaves us with this final thought. The next time some crazy, shocking headline pops up on your feed, you aren't just armed with a passive question anymore. You've got an actual investigative toolkit. So how will you interrogate your next piece of viral news? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy investigating!